And Digital Rights Academy is Paradigm Initiative's flagship project, capacity building flagship project. And so what we do is to train different people, from journalists, politicians, female politicians, human rights defenders, on a number of things, but core amongst them is how to promote digital rights and how to protect digital rights. And we've had a fantastic time with the participants. We were targeting members of the Mombasa Press Club and also a few representatives from other press clubs, that is Kwale, Kilifi, but just targeting the coastal region and targeting the journalists, upcoming journalists and already established journalists in the region. And we have gone through a number of things, from the basics of digital rights, that is Digital Rights 101. What are digital rights? Are they the same as human rights? Are they important? How can we safeguard them? How can journalists safeguard them? And then we went a step further to just critically begin discussing digital security in the current times that we live in. And for people who do such crucial work such as practicing journalism, it is extremely important that they know how to protect themselves while online, and they also know how to protect their gadgets as they conduct their business, as they continuously, report. And so after that, we've gone through some of the legal provisions that are there, some of which have been established to protect journalists. So for example, what does the Constitution say in terms of Article 33, Article 34, Article 35? How does that then relate to the practice of journalism, and how can they utilize these frameworks and legal provisions to ensure that they continuously, engage with the public and they carry out the mandates that they've been tasked to carry out. But then when it comes to law, we've also looked at the problematic provisions within law, either through different acts of parliament, and how then they can champion for either amendment or advocate for a bit of change in such. We've also extensively spoken about the correlation between digital rights and journalism, so that the message lands home. And so these are just some of the things that we've been talking about. This is not a one-off exercise, and in fact, when it comes to digital security, we've had an entire analysis to understand where they are, and using a framework, and so we'll be following up on a case-by-case basis. We've also had an opportunity to explore some of the tools, advocacy tools, that Paradigm Initiative has developed over the years. One of them is Londa. Londa is our annual report that looks at the state of digital rights and digital inclusion in the continent. And this is important because it is a resource that journalists can use, the ones that have been trained and elsewhere, to just look at how the continent is faring. And one of the countries we look at is Kenya. So it's easy for them to follow and see this is the current state of digital rights, and question why is this not happening, or why is this happening. Another tool that we've had and we've used to facilitate this training is Ayeta. And Ayeta is Paradigm Initiative's tool, digital security tool. And so they're able to use it even beyond the training. We've also spoken a little bit about our short films that we produce every year based on findings from Londa. And lastly, we've also spoken about Reporti. And this is a reporting tool that is curated by Paradigm Initiative for journalists to report, and anyone else really, to report in cases of digital rights violation. It's been a fantastic opportunity to also get feedback, because we were having conversations and asking what else in terms of digital rights, digital security, digital inclusion you'd want training on. And they were very candid. And some of the things they said is, we are in the AI, artificial intelligence age. We need to understand concepts such as copyright, such as provisions that allow for us to utilize AI tools but still not get in trouble. How then do we balance that? So those are some of the critical questions that continuously have come up, and the good thing is that we take this feedback and we curate tailored content for journalists. And so it's been a fantastic, wonderful time. I am particularly thrilled by how organized the Mombasa Press Club is. because it brings together the veterans in journalism, but then also the upcoming ones, right? And it's from different media houses. So that gives quite a profound opportunity in terms of unionizing, in terms of collaborating, in terms of learning from each other. And I think this idea of establishing press clubs across different counties in the country, which is an idea that was conceptualized by the Media Council of Kenya, is a brilliant idea. We welcome it. And moving forward, we hope to work with more press clubs that have already been established to continuously train journalists on areas that I've spoken about.